Hi, my name is ShorK, and welcome to the VŌC Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the VŌC Podcast, in which I'll be interviewing Team Fortress 2 YouTuber ShorK, whom you guys might know best for making entertaining content about Team Fortress 2, as well as making very interesting videos with the voice actors from the game. Thank you so much for coming on, ShorK. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I'm very happy to be here. I've been watching your podcasts for a while, and
Oh,
I'm very excited because as you can see, my background, I actually just got into a new place, a new apartment, and I actually got
yeah.
to set up all the stuff I've collected over the many years I've been playing the game. So
It's an
I'm
amazing
very excited.
achievement.
So this is actually the first thing I'm doing as ShorK in my new studio. So I'm very excited.
The new studio looks amazing. I'm glad you've been able to set it up.
Me too. And thank you so much.
Well, speaking of ShorK, everybody knows you as ShorK, but your name is Eric, right?
Yeah, my
But
name is Eric.
yes, and my question is, so when and why did you decide, to start a YouTube career, if we can call it that?
Right. So that's I think I've been playing TF2 for like a long time. So it's not
Hmm.
like it was a mature decision that was made because I've been playing TF2 for over 10 years since I was
Uh-huh.
12, I believe. And I think it was just 1 or 2 years into the game where I had been watching, various creators such as Star and Germa,
Hmm.
just people like that, Lazy Purple. And I was like, oh, I want to do it. And I had just kind of my family is kind of creative. They all do music, which I cannot sing, I cannot play anything or anything, but I did feel like I had creativity in me, but I didn't know what it was.
Hmm.
I've been drawing and stuff like that, and then I discovered the world of edits, mostly the like meme MLG edits back in
Yeah, yeah.
2013. And I wanted to try my hand at an edit, so I installed Sony Vegas, and I was just like, wow, this is actually a lot of fun, I want to do this. And
Mhm.
then I was just sort of doing that, and then TF2 is the game I love the most, so I wanted to kind of go that direction and make a TF2 YouTube channel, and that's where this channel comes from.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask why Team Fortress 2 out of all games, but now you made it pretty clear why that is, because you were a big fan and you've been playing it for a long time.
Yes, yeah.
But related to your editing, which is really special, I really enjoyed it while I was watching your videos. It's really pleasant to look at, if I can say so. So I wanted to ask, where did this experience come from? How did you learn editing?
Well, all of it is like self-taught. I never took a class. I
Mm.
um I did watch like maybe tutorials on YouTube, but I have a short attention span, so I never actually watched a full tutorial on any of my editing softwares.
Uh-huh.
So it's just kind of been like looking up tutorials on how to do exactly this, exactly that, exactly this. So basically, back in the day, if you look at my editing, it's very limited because I can only do very specific things. But then once I've, gathered all of that experience, I can kind of combine it
Yeah.
together. And then now I know how to edit on my own. And I've kind of become fluid in doing whatever I want to do. And I'm still learning to this day, but it's just
Yeah.
been doing a lot of editing, I guess.
Yeah, I bet. Like I said, it's really pleasant to look at. It's so smooth. It's admirable, to be quite honest with you.
Thank you. That means a lot because I put a lot of time into it. Like I made a recent video about merchandise, and I think
Yeah.
just the first 40 seconds I put like 3, 4, 5 days into that.
Uh,
Because I really wanted that first 40 seconds to be like smooth and awesome to look at. Like even if you're not in the video just to know about merchandise or anything, like if you're not interested, I still want it to be a pleasant experience. And I'm
mhm.
very happy that a lot of people liked it. So that makes me happy.
Yes, so currently you have, I think, a giveaway going on.
I do. Yes, it's ending in I think maybe less than a day actually. Let me just check real quick. I mean this might come out afterwards, so you
Yeah, it
know,
might, yes.
but
But,
it's ending
yeah,
in a
in
day. Yes.
in a day. Okay. I might not be able to get it out by that time, but so tell us. I watched the video where you pretty much you found out something that no one really knew about, how to get Team Fortress 2 merchandise for
Yeah,
retail price, right?
kind of. So this was a thing. Actually, it's very much related to the voice actor, so which is kind of funny. But basically, way back in, let me remember, in February, I think. That's where I started having concrete plans about going to the US to film with the voice actors.
Yeah,
And my girlfriend had, just for some reason, she wanted to buy me like a very special birthday gift. So so she bought me, as you can see behind me, TF2 Monopoly. Not only
wow.
one, but she bought me two of them somehow. And she couldn't contain her like excitement on giving it to me, so I got them really early. And I was
Mhm.
like starstruck because I never thought I would have TF2 Monopoly. Um, so I had just kind of like, wow, that's awesome. And then I have I have periods of my life where I just become obsessed with TF2 merchandise. It
Mhm.
usually never leads anywhere. It's like I'm trying to point with my fingers right now. Like that, the Scout is probably the most merchandisey thing, and the Spy Crab I've had like before now. But
Mhm.
then I just kind of started, looking on my own because I was like, I kind of want to make like a collection. I want to start collecting stuff.
Yeah.
And there was really no, like it was always a dead end. It was always being sold for like a lot of stuff, like the monopolies, hundreds of dollars, and same with the figurines and everything.
Yeah.
But then I stumbled upon a site that just looked absolutely fake,
Yeah.
and then I sent it to my friend who's like uh, production executive. I can't describe it correctly, but basically he's very into gaming, and
Mhm.
he's like has a professional career in it. So I sent it to him because he also has a big collection, and he immediately just thought it was fake. But we digged around for some evidence, and we found some. And I wasn't like, I mean, I was pretty much 100% sure, but he just straight up ordered a bunch of it. And the shipping was crazy because it's in Malaysia, but he
Yeah.
still paid it because he's like a big collector, and he got this stuff like less than a week later.
Oh
And we were
wow.
both like amazed. And then I was like, wow, I'm not, I don't have a lot of money, so I needed to figure out another way, but I didn't want to give up. And then I found like a company that basically does worldwide shipping, but where you send it to one of the employees, and then the employee sends it to you, and that way you'll cut off like a big chunk of that international shipping, but you'll still have insurance and everything, and like fast shipping.
Yeah.
So I teamed up with them, and they sent me a bunch of stuff, and then I made that video because it was cool. And now I got to keep one of each. I gave a bunch of it away, but I
Uh-huh.
got to keep one of each, and that makes me very happy.
Oh, I bet. And your viewers can also participate in purchasing. Is that right?
Yes, yes. That's what's going on right now. They are like, the site might say they're sold out a bunch of times, but it's not. They're not actually sold out, at least not yet. It's just because they get so many orders from TF2 fans, and that makes me happy, because scalpers is basically the thing I'm trying to find. Because other than me and maybe a few people who couldn't pay the shipping, the only people who knew about this site were scalpers who would slowly tap the like stock, like they'd
Mhm.
buy six of each at a time, and then they'll sell them on eBay, and then they'll do it again. And it was just so painful to watch, and that's why I just wanted it to get out there, because the actual fans can buy it, and that's
Yeah.
what really matters.
Yeah.
And shipping is actually keeping an eye on scalpers, so there's like no scalpers who's going to be able to make a huge order and just abuse it like that, and that
Uh-huh.
makes me very happy.
And if you noticed, how cheaper was the shipping when you used what is it called? That application or
It's
service?
called it's called shipping. It's well, basically shipping would go down to like 80% less. For example, if you're ordering a big box, right? Like if you want a piece of everything, you'd have to pay a lot of shipping. I got so much I got so much stuff, right? Because I needed to give some of it away, and I wanted to tell people about it in a video. It needed to be like a big thing. So I think I got maybe like 30 like pieces of merch total, right? That's a lot. That's a big bucks. And the shipping would have cost like, I think like $1,200 on the original site, and I managed to get it for just over $200
Oh man,
for a big box. So that's like saving almost $1,000.
incredible. Yeah.
And I was very happy about that. And like, even when it comes to small orders, there's like the the sad thing about shipping internationally is always going to be expensive, but you'll still be able to save like maybe 50% because shipping from the site will cost $200, and you'll be able to use the site and get it down to like 100 or less. It very much depends on where you live, pretty much, and that's just sadly international shipping. But you do save a lot of money, and that's what
Yeah.
makes me very happy.
Well, we're not sponsored by them, guys, but this is really a crazy opportunity for you, for all of you Team Fortress 2 fans. So yeah, go and get some merch once the site will be up and running again. Because I remember a lot of people have been purchasing and the servers were kind of down or whatever. But
Yeah,
once everything will be back up, you can purchase your own and
I
flex with it on
think.
Twitter.
Oh, never mind. Right. It was back up yesterday, but now it's sold out again.
Oh, that's
All
just
right.
great.
But
Well,
it's again, they're not actually sold out. Like when you go on the site, secret shop .eclub store, you can actually go on the items and you can check if they're actually sold out. But they're just, most of them are just marked as sold out while they process the orders. So basically you can't order more, but they only
right.
have that thing. Like you can only press sold out, basically. So they're not actually sold out. So just keep an eye on this site, and I
Yeah.
hope yeah.
All right. So let's get back to ShorK and your YouTube career. So, how did you come up with the name ShorK for this channel of yours?
It's like a lot of other things I do, which is I do something that I don't really like and I want to revert, but then I'm too lazy to do it. The ShorK name is actually just a mere coincidence slash accident, because I was one of those guys who would go around and I would change my name constantly. So I think my name was Doc at the time, like an idiot, but my Danish little brain didn't know that it meant idiot. um,
Oh,
so I was playing Two Fort and I was playing Pyro Shack, and I like to change my name a lot. So I wanted to make like a Pyro Shack version of my name. So I turned it into ShorK for like a day, and then I forgot to change it back, and I was just making a YouTube channel. I was like, you know what? It's 4 letters, it's simple. People will, easily remember it maybe. I'm just gonna keep this name and it'll be good. So I don't actually have any correlation to Shacks, which a lot of people think I do.
uh-huh.
Um, but I was wrong about it being a good name for YouTube. It's not a good name for YouTube because it's basically the word everybody uses if they really like sharks. Like it's a cute way of saying shark. So if you Google it, I'm not coming up. If you Google it on YouTube, maybe I'm coming up now because my channel has grown. But like in the past, it would just be like videos of sharks, like top 10 biggest sharks, like the Megalodon caught on tape or something like that. And it was just kind of sad. But I think I come up now. I hope so.
If it makes you feel better, you do come up a lot.
That makes me
I'm
happy.
glad about that because your like I said, your videos are enjoyable to watch due to the pleasant editing and the content that you put into it.
Thank you.
All right, Team Fortress 2. You make videos about that game, right? So,
I do.
Team Fortress 2 has a passionate and a very dedicated fan base, and it did have over the years. So, how have you managed to engage with your audience and, build such a strong community? You have a lot of subscribers on YouTube. What do you think made that happen?
Ooh. Well, basically, I think it's as a lot of people say, it just kind of comes by itself sometimes. When it's like you have to you have to change your viewpoint on everything. Like once I back in the day, I would be very obsessed about numbers about, having more than this guy, or like my videos doing better than this guy and that. But then at one point I realized it was just, it's toxic to just be like that, to treat everything like a competition and just look at it and be like sad if something doesn't go well, etc. So I just kind of told myself like, hey, you're done doing this. You don't have to try and become the YouTuber, okay? That time's over. You need to stop. You need to just love the community that, you're part of. And I realized that, and I just kind of I kind of took like a step back, I feel like, in my pursuit on YouTube, and I would just do stuff in the background, and that's where I started working on a lot of like charity stuff. I think the first major thing I did, which was kind of like, well, it wasn't really a breakthrough, because one of my main things with that was I did not want that to be like, oh, ShorK did it, ShorK organized it, etc. Right? Because I think that's very important. I think as a community, you need to do stuff as the community, not try and highlight like one figure, especially because this thing I'm talking about right now was a kind of like a tribute and a charity run for Kitty 0706, one of my, if not my biggest inspiration in life, one of the greatest animators to ever exist. We were doing a reanimated version of Team Fabulous 2, and it was to honor his legacy, to honor him, and to raise money for cancer research. And it went flawlessly. Everybody had a great time. Morale was high. Everybody was every time something went like south, we always thought about, doing the right thing rather than doing that thing. Like at one point, I was very much suggested to, upload it on my own channel, and I was just kind of listening to people who said that, and I believe like, oh yeah, that makes sense, and whenever I organize it, it's fine. I don't need to put my name everywhere, but I got a channel. But then I was luckily, and I'm very, very glad that, and of course it was very easy to convince me, but I was, put on the thing that, yeah, we should make a separate channel for this, and we did, and the whole project went well. And I still get like people who's like, wait, you organized that? And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But everybody had a great time, and I think it just showcased me how much the community can do together. And that like led me to be part of a charity team called TF Connect, which is actually now the channel of the Reanimated, because we were like, what if we changed it to the charity channel, because then we can use it to make more charity projects, and Team Fabulous 2 Reanimated will be one of the like TF2 charity community legacies. And as you can see up there, I actually have the star from last year's TF Connect live stream with the voice actors also on. I'm very happy to be on that team. Like, it's just, I've met so many good friends, and we've been doing so many good things, and I've learned so much about talking to people, organizing things, and everything. And that led me to the thing that really was like my breakthrough or whatever, that a lot of people still don't know, which is, again, it's not supposed to be like that, which was kind of, I don't like using the word because I don't see it as such, but like spearheading the organizing of the whole hashtag Save TF2 movement, because I had like experience in doing charity stuff and all that. And so I did that with like a group of people, and it was super nice. And that thing became big, as a lot of people might know.
It did. It became
huge,
as a matter of fact.
So a lot of people know me from that. And I was very, that makes me very happy, because that's like another thing that's, I don't want to be credited towards it, but it's nice that some people know. But then the new thing a lot of people know me for is, of course, the voice actors, because I got the opportunity to work with them like kind of randomly, it was actually through Team Fabulous 2 Reanimated. One of my friends, Gwen, she became an artist for the voice actors because I told her to like apply and everything, and we were very good friends. And then they asked her, hey, do you know anybody who can, do a live stream with them, who knows how to set up a live stream and get an audience? And she was like, yeah, I got a friend. And then I got in contact with them. that's how it all started. It's very funny it started like that because I had like a big interest in them. Over here, right? That's when only John and Ellen were doing Streamily, as far as I know, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yeah.
When they were doing the Streamily, I got one back then, and I was so happy to have it. I actually have like an old video of me unboxing it on my video, but that's like when my interest for them started, and I started just loving to read about them, loving to hear about them, watching things on them. And
Yeah.
then again, I got that opportunity all of a sudden, and I'm like, wow. And then I realized how many people were actually interested in the same thing as I was, which was the voice actors. And it made me so happy. And people weren't just treating them as memes. People were treating them as people, which is my
Yeah.
main fear about talking about the voice actors and stuff like that. Because I don't like when people treat them as like, oh, that's the sniper guy. No, it's John Patrick
Yeah,
Lowry,
yeah,
an
yeah,
an
exactly.
amazing actor. I think that's very important. And then from that point on, I was just like, wow, I'm gonna try making content about them. Like I'm gonna try and make my own content about them where
Yeah.
I actually talk about them as a person, and maybe people will be interested. And I was right
It was an
because
amazing choice. Yeah.
I made videos that was basically like very small video essays on the voice actors, and like one
Hmm.
of them, which is the Scout ones, has like 1.2 million views.
Oh
Like
my
it's
God.
crazy. I
That
never
is.
expected that to get that much, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh wow, I have a new territory that's like almost like fully mine, which is very weird because not a lot of content creators are actually that interested about them, but a lot of the
Hmm.
fan base are. So all of a sudden I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, I guess I can do this because I really like doing it, and I was able to do it. And
Yeah.
that kind of launched that, and I started doing stuff with them, and I started interviewing them for videos, and it was super nice. And then while skipping like everything else I did, it takes us exactly to the big thing that happened recently, where I
Hmm.
guess that was like the big thing, which was I traveled to America and I met the voice actors. I helped them sign, and I hosted a PAX panel with them.
Congrats for that,
And
by the way.
I was told like a week before. I was not prepared. So I basically did all that with them, and it was amazing. I had a great time. They had a great time. And then I had that video idea I pitched like months ago to Streamily. I was like, if I do this, I think we can get a lot of views, and I think you guys can make a lot of sales. And they believed me, but again, it's hard to secure a budget for something like that because it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, this random guy wants to do this video with the TF2 voice actors. TF2 is a dead game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yep,
I
yeah.
I kind of took care of my own budget. So it
A
was like
marketing
me,
strategy was needed. Yeah.
yeah, but it was like I basically spent all the money I had, like every penny I had left in my bank account. I think I had under like $100 when I got home,
Yeah, I remember
but
you saying something about that. Yeah.
yeah, so it was like a huge risk, but it's my passion. Like this was literally my dream. I had been talking to the voice actors for like almost a year at that point, but this was my opportunity to meet them. So I was like, if I lose all my money, I don't care. This is my dream. I want to do it. Like I don't care if it blows up, if it doesn't blow up. I just want to, live this dream I've always had. I literally told myself when I was in school, my one dream, because I was studying filmmaking, was I want to go to America and I want to maybe do a documentary with the voice actors. And I've basically done that. Like almost.
Oh, you
It's
totally
it, it
did.
it's
It
not the
was
same
something
thing,
like
but
watching something from Gameology. I'm not sure if you're aware of them, but they've been making a lot of videos with the voice actor of Lamar from Grand Theft Auto 5, so they've been
I
using
think
that
I know what you're
strategy a
talking about.
lot.
Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
basically, it was just like, I don't care if it does well, if it doesn't. Nobody loses anything except for me, but I don't really because I'm living my dream. So, I did it and we set it up. It was a whole like really funny ordeal because because my vision was I wanted that like wide background that you'd see in a lot of professional videos. And my
Hmm.
friends were like, but do we need to like do we need that? That's too complicated. We need to like get stuff. And I was like, oh, we need it. It's gonna look so good. It's gonna look amazing, and people are gonna be like, oh, there's a professional. We gotta watch this.
And it did look
And
good.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that's not like a white backdrop or anything. That's a $70 Walmart garden projector screen to watch movies on in the summer. And it's balancing it's I'll show you. It's balancing on two of these.
Jesus.
It was balancing on like, or maybe even four Balloonicorn boxes, like these. And I think I have a picture somewhere, but it's just so funny. Wait, actually, I wanted to say a thing. I wanted to show a thing really quick.
Knowing the truth behind it makes it professionally unprofessional, and I love that.
Check it out.
Oh my God, that's signed, isn't it?
Yes. So this was funny story. So it was my first time in America, and the voice actors were there. I was helping them out a lot. So of course they like offered me to sign like anything I wanted, and I didn't want to go like all out because I don't I don't need that much. Like just one signed thing by them is like enough, and I already had a poster. So the one thing I brought to get signed was actually I'll show the screen because it's easier. The one thing I brought to get signed, which was a whole like hassle, was a TF2 Monopoly set. And like, I guess this is the only one in the world that's signed by the voice actors. At least I'm guessing. So this is, I've loved this so much.
Looks amazing.
And that was the only thing I basically planned to get signed. But me and my friends had bought a bunch of these because they were also kind of helping out. Some of them were helping out. Some of them was just, chilling. And we were having kind of a vacation at the same time. Some YouTuber friends. So we bought like 10 of these in total, or like, yeah, 10. And most of them had one each that they were going to get signed. And I had like 4 to myself. And I wanted to give away kind of all of them, maybe keep one, maybe get one signed for myself, but that wasn't the plan. And then on the last day, I had 2 left because I had given 2 away, right? And I wanted one of them signed to be given away in charity. And this was supposed to be given away in charity. But I looked away while they signed because I was like cleaning up some stuff. And then I looked back and Dennis wrote ShorK our pal, and I just was like, this is mine now. I had to keep that
moment changed
and then
everything.
sadly the other one, the other Balloonicorn I had that I was then going to give away to charity, that one got stolen, which kind of sucks.
It does.
But that means I have this now and I love it to death.
It looks amazing. I wonder what the reaction of the voice actors were when they saw the TF2 Monopoly.
They were like, I think they get very happy whenever they see like funny merchandise. And I think I remember they laughed and they were like, wait, what? There's a Monopoly? And then they wanted to check it out. And I did open it because they couldn't sign on the plastic. So this one is actually opened. This is the second time ever I've actually taken the lid off, by the way.
So official.
Yeah. Okay. I need to not drop it. So basically it's got money with sex and hail on it. And this is the first time I'm taking this out, by the way. This is exclusive because I'm never like intending to like play it because I don't want to accidentally destroy it. So the board looks,
oh my God, the
board looks like this.
That looks beautiful.
It is like it's actually super high quality now that I'm looking at it up close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I need one of that.
I don't know if I have the glitched one. There's like it's not, I don't know if it's rare, but there's a glitched board that has like one of the fields, the price is messed up or something. But I don't think I have that. But yeah, then it's got the little cards, and it's got the houses are just normal houses, sadly, but then I don't want. I can't open the bag, but it's
Yeah.
got these where there's a payload, there's a
Uh-huh.
saxy, there's a stacked hat, there's a like hat. What I forgot what it's called. There's a mini sentry, a
Uh-huh.
balloonicon, and a cow.
Did Valve make this, or do you think this is
um,
fan-made?
no, it's a collaboration between Valve and Monopoly.
Ah, okay.
USopoly, I think it's called,
USopoly. Okay.
as you can see right there. So it is official, and that's why what makes it so much cooler. And
Yeah.
that's why I've also, again, two of my main um interests in the community in TF2 has been merchandise and the voice actors. So having
Yeah.
this signed by the voice actors is just like a dream come true.
Mm.
Like
I,
actually.
I I bet it is. It all sounds amazing. It all looks amazing, and it must have been amazing.
It was amazing. It still is. Like I'm just so happy that um the voice actor that I could help them out, especially because
Hmm.
sometimes it just take oh wait, hold up, I can do this. It just takes a little um knowledge in like the TF2 marketing, TF2 like media to make
Yeah.
so like popular stuff. I'm very happy I could do that. All right, now
Oh
you've
yeah.
got a rotating signed balloonicon.
It looks like a commercial. Like it's rotating and like the best balloonicon. What is it called?
Balloonicon.
The best balloonicon you ever want to get. Well, if the NG was saying that, I'm sure everyone would purchase it. They
100%.
they gonna buy it anyway.
Talking about the indie, a grand goodie. When is he gonna show up?
I don't know.
Man.
I talked to him some time ago. He said, "Ah, nah, Ronald, I'm not into that." You know. So
Hmm.
yeah, but Grand Goody was a difficult cookie, but everyone just no one can. I mean, I see you get asked a lot too, but
Yeah,
you know they
it's
just can't understand that he is not interested. I mean, let's be real. If he would be, he would have already appeared. I mean, so many interviews happen these days with all sorts of actors from TF2 and events, you know, and everyone is just asking why Grand Goody, why Nathan Vetterline are not there.
yeah.
Well, guess why?
It's I finally I have somebody who can relate to me on this because I'm sure you get asked this like all the time where it's like
Yeah,
where's Scout's voice actor, where's the engineer, and then there'll be
yeah.
the people who like directly tell me why didn't you invite Nathan, are you like mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like
uh,
I made a whole I have a video with like almost like with 1.2 million views where it says why he's not there. Like it literally
mhm,
says that he wants to, take a break, want to focus on other things, and it's just
yeah,
like,
yeah. I
mm,
hate those questions very much. Yeah,
yeah, it can become tiring because then you at one point you kind of can't like I can't respond to every single one of them
yeah,
because it's just the same response, and it's just like I don't know, do a little research.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's right. I mean, guys, the point is they're not interested. It's not that we can't get in touch with them or that we can't connect. The point is they just don't want to do it for their own reasons. Let that be a you know, personal life or you know, just not having interest in video games. You know, it's well, it's a question from the perspective, you know, not everyone is interested. But that's fine. I mean, you know, we can't
it's
make anyone do it.
100%
Yeah.
like it. That's
These are
the
like you
main thing.
said, these are people. You know,
Mm,
they're not just actors who played these roles and they suddenly want to promote that everywhere. They're people, human beings who also have
yes,
feelings. So
they're like,
yeah,
and they're really amazing people, all of them, and
they
that's one of the
are.
main things when it comes to that. You need to respect them. Like
Yeah.
you really, I mean, I know a lot of them want to be as involved as they can be, and that's like really cool, and I love it. But it's
Mhm.
also some people, they don't hate TF2, and you need to respect them because they're not just the scout guy. Like
Yeah.
there's so much more to everybody, and everybody's got stuff. Like
Yeah.
think about yourself, think about your own life, right? Are you just the guy who plays TF2? Like if you're like a TF2 player, no, you probably have, you have school, you have a passion, you have everything. Like just
Yeah, that's
please
right.
think of people like people.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the voice actors, you know, I'm sure you were nervous too the first time you were, scheduling this stream
You
with
don't
them.
even know. I'm always nervous.
I
Like,
can imagine. I mean, I met them for the first time too. There was a time when that happened, and it's just, yeah, it's so bad. But I think you've pretty much come over that already, or maybe not.
kind of, yeah, because it's like, um, I do a lot of the like the charity stuff and such, and it's just also to think, like, to process it, like they are just normal people. They are not gonna be like, oh, this guy, he was awkward, uh throw him in the pit, like kill him. No, that's not how it works. Like, they're normal people and
Yeah,
they totally understand, and they're like some of the nicest people ever. So it's
yeah.
just the, meeting your, not even childhood heroes, but meeting your heroes is
But pretty
always
much, yeah.
difficult.
I mean, when you keep telling yourself that, they're just people, but then you also know that this is the guy who did the
Mm,
spy whom I laughed at so much,
mhm.
so sometimes it's hard to believe that you're speaking to the people who did that. And well, you had the opportunity to, meet Robin Atkin Downs and JB Blank, I think is his name. I didn't yet, but I'm sure that was also an amazing experience for you. And they're just busy actors, so maybe once I'll get them on too. I don't know when, guys, so don't ask me. But yeah, so from experience, when you met them, what do you think of Robin and JB Blank?
Definitely, they have. I've known Robin for longer because Robin was also on the first one I did,
Mm-hmm.
and they are both just really that funny, and they're just great. All of them are great at like improv and just making up stuff. Search of the Sandwich, all that. But I think Robin, um, he's the one that has the coolest setup, so it adds a lot to what he can do, because his
Oh
voice
yeah.
always sounds so crisp, so he can do like basically anything. And JB Blank, one of the funniest people I've ever had the pleasure to sit down with, and really like just an amazing time. Like, it's hard not to laugh because they make really great jokes and they just
Mm-hmm.
have a great time together. So that chemistry, because they've also worked together and everything,
Oh
that's just
yeah.
so nice to have. And I think Robin, because yeah, I've done more with Robin. I'm actually working on a small video with him right now, an animation. um he's like very funny, and he's got a bunch of great ideas, and I think he's just really fun to work with and everything.
What's even better
uh
is that he is so committed to doing, to work with the fans and everything.
mm,
There are voice actors, or let's just call them, they're also people like you said. So sometimes they may not think of like a fun project. Maybe they wouldn't do it for free. There's a lot of voice actors who wouldn't. But Robin is like so committed, and John Patrick Lowry for doing the search for the sandwich videos and everything, which is really just for the fans.
yeah,
So
I mean,
they're committed, yeah.
talking about John and Ellen, after the whole the recent the video, and then the interview, I had like, oh, was it before? I don't remember. But I had an idea for a video that was just like, oh, that's kind of funny, because people were making fun of them in news, like in news reports and stuff. Like, they can't play the game, the voice actors, or they're old, etc.
Yeah.
And that was just really funny. And I was like, hey, John, would you want to make like a video where we kind of, it's like a response to the video, but like a parody, and no drama or anything, but just kind of poking fun at it. And he was like, yeah, send me a script. And I made a script, and I got my professional sniper friend Jaybird to film me some footage. And then I got John to film the script and like film real life, and I
Yeah.
edited it together into like a kind of like a response and a little montage. And it was so much fun. And Ellen even got in on it and had like the final joke in that video.
Yeah.
And they were just having a blast. And when they saw it, they also thought it was really funny. And
Hmm.
I think that I love doing that, and that's why I'm also making one with Robin right now. And I've got more content in the future that I can't really share because it's like big stuff.
Of
but
course, yeah.
I think that's going to be like a lot of fun, and I think people are going to love it. So
Yeah,
I'm very
stay
excited.
tuned, guys, and
Hmm.
keep checking on ShorK's channel because, whenever you put something up, it's always made with passion from what I see. You never released something that looked like crap, let's just say it that way, or like the
I mean,
shorts. I mean, the newer stuff you do, not the older stuff, but the shorts you
whoa, saying my old stuff is bad? No, I'm joking.
no, I mean, you mentioned that your editing has improved a lot,
Hmm.
since
Hmm.
then. And your shorts, those have also achieved lots of views, especially the
Yes,
recent ones.
I made some about wow. I think I made like two. I was supposed to make more, but things got very busy and I couldn't make more. But I made one about Ellen and one about Gary, and like all both of them have over like 1.5 million views, and that
Yeah.
makes me happy because I know that people are very interested in them.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got content to like that I can release and edit whenever I would like to.
Uh-huh.
So I'm very excited about that. But as you said, I focus on like making good content, which makes me very happy to hear, by the way. So thank you for that. Um, and now, for the first time in like ages, I think it's almost been like 9 months, I think, since I made like my last kind of normal. Oh, wait, that wasn't even. Yeah, I guess it's been 9 months since I made my last like normal, just silly having fun video. But now
Mm-hmm.
I'm so thankful for this because I moved into a new place, and of course that's gonna hurt the financial situation a bit, especially when you have a lawyer as a landlord on your old bad place. So they'll be like, oh,
Uh-huh.
well, you need to pay rent for 3 months extra, even though you quit it. And then it's like, oh,
Uh-huh.
that sucks. So I have double rent for 3 months. So I was like, frick, what am I gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
how am I gonna fix this? And then a sponsor came to me and was like, hey, we'll sponsor your next video. And I'm like, what? So I get to make like a normal video, any video I want to make. And they were just like, yeah. So I have the opportunity to now try this new formula on making high quality content, but on a normal video, which I'm very excited about.
That is the
So
best thing when you can do
yes.
what you love for a
Mm,
living and make money off of it. That's really, really great. A great feeling, you know.
yes. Because I have not made like an in-game video since I made like one where I gave new players expensive stuff in TF2. That was a lot of
Uh-huh.
fun. And I love making stuff like that. So now I'm gonna make one where it's actually kind of playing the game. And I think I'm just excited, honestly.
Okay, well, we are excited with you. And, before anything, I want to thank you for including me in this impressions video where John and Ellen reacted to fan impressions. I mean, I didn't think you'd put me in there because, lots of other people submitted their amazing impressions. And, it was really cool to see you feature me twice. So thanks a lot for that. I was really honored to see their reactions. I mean, I have heard Ellen, say something about my impressions back then, but it never was filmed or anything. And now I have this in a filmed form. So thanks.
That's great because I think you did an amazing impression, and that's why I kind of put it twice because it was they were different but very good. Um, which is like, I don't know. I just think that was really, really cool. So I guess that's why. So yeah. And also I feel like it was really cool to see. I didn't know you did an impression. So seeing you like there, and I was like, wait, this is from the podcast. So I wanted to put you in because you deserve that.
Thanks a bunch. Thanks. Really, I mean, I just don't have the words to express my thankfulness to you, and hopefully, uh, if you'll be working on more TF2 content, and if you'll need some creators, I'm not trying to, tell you to, and come and say hi and whatever to invite us for something. If you need anything or if I can help you with anything, just let me know. I'd be glad to. Like you said, this is a community, and we gotta help each other out.
I agree. I totally agree. And I will. I'm also very happy to be on this, like that you find me interesting enough to put me on on the
Oh,
podcast. So that makes me
definitely.
happy.
Yeah, and finally, since our time is almost up, I'd like to ask if you have anything that you'd like to tell your fans and supporters that followed your TF2 journey.
Hold up, I have something perfect for this. Wow. All right. So I think that while a lot of people um have said this, and it's understandable, I think it's very important. If you are a TF2 fan, TF2 creator, if you have something you like, if you like this game, like if you genuinely love it like I do, and you love the community, you should try your hardest to keep stay and doing what you love, which is probably my favorite quote from anybody, from Kitty0706, which is do what you love. I actually had it embroidered onto my graduation cap, which
Oh,
is
wow.
because we get these in Denmark, and I had it embroidered because I think that phrase is very important. And um you need to remember, to be who you are, not what other people want you to be, because that way you'll like everybody will be happy. Treat people like you want to be treated, and remember to um stay true to your values and everything, and things will go better. I think that's very important to realize, because for me, for a long time it's been a lot of, I need to act like that, I need to be like that. No, I should just, be me and treat
Yeah.
people how I want to be treated. So I think that's like my message, which is kind of relaying Kitty0706's quote, which is, do what you love, be who you are, and stay positive. Because there's always, if you try hard enough, if you put your work into it, there's always something over the horizon, like, you know, something good. And I'm very excited to see how the community has changed the last years. Like back 2 years ago or something, maybe three
Hmm.
years ago, nobody would be like, oh yeah, TF2, they're actually going to announce that they will do a slightly bigger summer update. I mean, it's still a bigger update. So that's like a thing I'm very happy about, which just shows me from being
We
in the
are
community for
too.
so long that
Yeah.
there's so many like possibilities. And instead of always focusing on the negatives, you sometimes need to focus on the positives. That's what the whole meaning of Save TF2 was, showcasing the internet, how much this game means to so many people, and how big of an impact it's had, and how, you know, keeping it alive will just be such a good thing and a big thing, and I think an important thing, because it's raised like a whole generation. And it's one of the only games that can actually keep on being, what it is, and keep on raising people and making people realize that not everything has to be serious. I think that TF2 has a lot in common with what I said about be who you are, like do what you love, because TF2 is a first person shooter. It's like if you want that first person shooter experience, you go there. But a lot of people go towards games like CS:GO or like PUBG,
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
that. Which is very realistic, of course, and that's the norm, the cool stuff. And TF2 is the silly version, the version that you might identify with more, but a lot of people still go to the other one because it's more popular. But I think you need to stick by what you love. And if you love TF2,
Yeah.
keep playing it. I mean, you don't have to. Again, that's an important thing. Don't like force yourself to play TF2 if you don't want to. That's also a very important thing.
Let's say
But I
this way, do what you want to do.
mhm.
Whenever an opportunity occurs, just do it. And don't think you can't, because you can do anything. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do everything.
Well, just don't do illegal stuff, guys,
Yeah,
please.
don't do illegal stuff. Don't do that. Um,
Yeah. So, ShorK,
but
yeah.
yeah,
I really loved your message because it just shows how big of a fan yourself are, and how passionate you are about what you do. And it's just really optimistic, I gotta say. It may open up people's eyes. And I'm really thankful for that, because it just shows what this community is about, what Team Fortress 2 means to people, to millions of people, I can say. So, ShorK, thanks so
Millions,
much.
yeah. Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.